Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. And I know it's late, but better late than never. We're going to go over this boss battle, this impromptu one-day boss battle preparation. So as you can see, Seth Rollins' Leonardo is going to be our boss for this midweek. We have a lot of boss battle attributes, so let's bro and talk about it. So this video is going to be both the top 4 and the bargain bin. I'm just going to list a whole bunch of people you can use, who I think is going to be the best that you can use, and so forth. So first things first, red submission moves are going to do 1,300% more damage per turn, but it's probably this one that's going to do you the best, which is green gems doing 600% more damage. So green with multiplies and a green gem boost, still probably going to be number 1. Moves that generate snowfall will create 100 less snowfall, and pyro gems will create 100 less pyro gems. And do keep in mind that these type of ones only affect choose and generate random. It does not affect those that are come in a cluster. So a 3x2 of snowfalls will still make a 3x2 of snowfall. It's a glitch in the game. And if you make them off of a sub, like a red sub, you will also get snowfall, and you will also get the pyro gems. So do keep that in mind as we go forward with it. So what do we need to know? He's making a hell of a lot of damage. 13 million at level 23, plus an additional 2 million for each turn that elapses. So you don't really get a lot of turns to work with. You're basically going to need people that can break a lot of green gems, 120 green gems to be exact. So that's 2.5-ish boards of green between you and your fellow faction mates in order to break the shield if he does get a shield up on you. He will modify all color gems into heal gems. That means that, like botch gems, there's going to be no damage when you break them, right? So the heal gem and the amount of strength for them really doesn't matter. He's not really healing himself. He's not destroying any gems, but he will negate whatever it is that you're doing. And last but not least, he will heal himself every second turn by 20% of his max health. So you're going to want to be getting this one done as quickly as possible. So, like all boss battles, this will require you to be really quick in destroying the boss. So the very first, definitely not these guys who are rare. The rarity of people. So the number 1 person is probably going to be somewhere along the lines of a Grayson Waller. We've had a green one recently, and he was very good in that boss battle itself. If you've got both of his gears, making extra move points and making multiplies hit harder, you are going to use not probably the finisher within that. The 3x1 will still work because it is a cluster of pyro gems. So you can be able to put that down. Multiplies of 3, increase your multiply strength, make 40 randoms into green. So he will be a very, very good one. He's probably going to be the top one in that category, but there are, of course, more like Cody Rhodes. So Cody himself, the random into snowfall, this move will not work. However, the choosing to blue, the increase your green moves will work, and he does indeed. You can actually put this blue on, which would be better, and this move right here, which is going to make snowfall greens after the sub. So this should also work as well too. So this blue sub, along with the Cody cutter to increase all your green gem damage, that's move damage. We don't want that one. And then this moonsault to choose 6 into blue. That would be the double blue green. So that's what you can use on a Cody. Beyond that, I actually can't search for people. I actually have to go looking for people, which sucks when we do it this way at the last minute. Not the greatest, but again, somebody that you might have really high multiply gems is going to destroy a lot of them. You're going to choose some green, but you will actually be able to put a 4x1 down to make with the snowfalls. So that's going to be good. Snowfalls into green. You're just going to have to try to find a way to destroy green gems, and that's going to be your hardest part. So CM Punk, not the best. He would normally be in the bargain bin for such a thing. Let me get all these off my list and keep going down the list of people. Someone like you, So a zombie Sammy could also be really interesting if you have his moments, which is going to add more multiply gem strength, or increase by 5. Yippee Kayo Kaye Sami Zayn, 7 by 1 into Pyro Gems. So again, you can use that because it is the cluster, or at least it should. He does have a choose 10 to make into subs. That's also going to make multiply gems, but this is a slow rolling move, right? So I'm not sure you would want to use this, but you can. What I would do rather is choose the rolls and make a 5 by 2, makes the same amount into multiply gems right there. You can also increase your green gem damage here and try to find a way to destroy the fire in the hole. But either way, however you want to make that work, you can. Again, he also has the gear. You can give. How come I do not have the gear on the candy store account? That's ridiculous. This might be the worst day ever. I don't know why I ever figured that out. Others you can use within the make green fold of all of this, who would be good for you. It was mentioned on stream. If you didn't see the stream last night, I'm just going over sort of the stream notes for this. Gunther you can use. He just doesn't make a lot of multiply gems. That's really his issue. But you can make some of them into and increase their strength. He just doesn't make a lot of them. So he's not going to do a ton of damage. But a lot of people like him and have him up high enough. So sure. The next one on the list that might actually be really good, we saw the last time we had with the green, is going to be someone like Ilya Dragunov. So this one won't work randoms into Pyro Gems. So that one will be no good. So, but you can use this, making 13 multiply gems randomly and then black gems all across the bottom. Then you can make the bottom row. This won't get nerfed. Bottom row into Pyros, that's going to make green gems and then make the multiplies. You can also put said one down as well and make a whole bunch, well, not a whole bunch, but 7 more multiply gems. So you can use, he has a, as you can see, a move set that you can use for Ilya as well if you have him. Let's bro down the list. Lots of people have taken this guy up. He will make cross breaks, Rick Steiner, as well as turn them into green gems, but he's not going to do a ton of damage beyond that. So you can use him at your own behest if you wish. The other ones would be someone like the Roman Beast, also pretty darn good. So remaining on the board turns everything into multiply gems. He makes a 4x4 into multiplies, green gem boost. So he's someone that you can definitely put a hurt with. So Roman Beast is one that you can use. And I think the last one on this list, I definitely didn't want to manage you, was going to be Cowboy Bob Orton. That would be the last one that we would go after in this list here. Where are you? If I were Cowboy Bob Orton, probably be easier if I did something like that. So there's Tom Cowboy. There we go. Manage. So Cowboy Bob Orton, 7x1 into green, swap into blue, make more into green. Green move damage really isn't going to help us with this one. But again, he would be in the bargain bin if the bargain bin was a video we were doing for this one. All right, let's move on over to the chaotic category. And Julius, maybe, might be one of the best ones for this category as well too. So Julius, if you got that gear, got some extra multiply gem damage with it. That's random into trap. So you can probably run something. That's with the purples. Where's his green stuff? Submission remaining turn into blue gems. No. Purple gems. No, we did this last night. 3 rows into multiplies that you can do. Increase your purple gem damage. I feel like just the amount of damage that he can do in general is why you would pick him here. But he's not doing green, so you got to hope that others will be. If we were looking for people that did a bunch of green, Legend Nakamura is going to do a bunch of green here. Manage Nakamura. blue gems 5x2 into purple, 5x7 into traps. No, it's not this moveset. It's the other one. It's the 41 random into green gems. So you can spam this move and make a bunch of leech gems if you wanted to do leech or steal health, but he'll be able to at least spam green gems. It's not going to be the best, but it is what it's going to be. Over here, people are going to wonder why I didn't say anything about the mutant of Seth, of which he just makes red over and over again with that sub that's going to keep increasing in damage if you put yourself on the right place, as well as the red damage here. But he's going to be your sub monster in this category. Probably one of the few that I'm actually going to recommend, along with Zombie Cody. Also with the moment submission turns into red, this red submission turns into blast gems, and you can blow up the board, do that at sort of extra damage. Red gem damage, and if your health goes down, you'll do even more red gem damage. Again, you're relying on the sub. It's not the best opportunity. I don't think the sub's going to be that amazing for it, but you're going to get extra red MP with his gear, if you got the gear. Logan Paul. Manage. Logan Paul, do you have gear? You don't have gear. Logan Paul. Multiplies. Destroy multiplies. Swap into green. You won't be able to make any pyros with him. Again, bargain bin type of person. Right there. If we wanted Tama, you can put Razor in here. Nope. That's not Razor. Okay, we were going for Tom anyway. So Razor Ramon is another one. I'm not going to show him. And someone's going to say it in the comments. You wait for it. Why didn't you show anything about Razor Ramon? Razor's one that you can use. He does multiply gems and has some gears that you can work with. You are going to do bonus, increase all your move dim damage. Makes some into green. So if you've gotten yourself this guy, he's not the best. He would have been bargain bin any way you look at it. And I think that might have been all for this category. There wasn't anybody else that was so amazing. Anybody else? Again, anybody that's making green gems at all is going to help you and your faction. So Riddle makes multiplies and some greens. So get on that. Oh, yes. Not in the loot is Kofi Kingston. All right. Next category for us is going to be the aggressive category. And so Seth is going to be 1. Seth turns all this into reinforce. He also makes reinforce into green, so you can do a tricolor like that. And green gem damage, so you can do the sling blade. So very good option there. Replace. No, it was definitely not you. Wow. We never want to see you again. Take that for what you will. Pat Patterson. He would be in the bargain bin. I don't like him a whole heck of a lot for this one, but he is going to swap a small area. He's going to increase your gem damage. So you can get those sorts of things stacked on top of one another, but he just doesn't break enough green gems for my liking. For any of this, we want green gems. We want... and somebody also mentioned Shamrock. I mean, sure, if you got Shamrock and you got him high enough to use, he does have a red sub, but it's just not a lot of green gems, and you're getting bonus damage for botch. It's just not the right boss for him, but he has the sub. So I'm not convinced, but you can have it. You are next. Who's next? Who was next with this green? I mean, every boss battle, you can give yourself a little bit of Jimmy. Jimmy does make greens. He does make a wide area of them. He does have the silence, X-break. Both of those get boosted by the Uzi moment. But again, he's never going to be the number 1 based on how those things go. Last 2 in the category that I chose and that we chose on stream. If we can find them. Okay, so you're not there. So 1. Was it you? Was it Powerhouse Sammy? And he's got a red submission. Sure. I remember thinking about that last night. I was like, well, sure, yeah, he's got a red submission. Wasn't my biggest choice on that. It was actually... where is he? God, this could take forever. As it always does. If I were Batista, where would I be? And we keep adding to this game. There he is. Batista. Batista bomb. Choose 2 rows to make into pyros. There you go. So this move will not work, the 28 random into pyros, but you could use the spear pyros into reds. Then the reds will blow up the board right there and make a whole bunch of multiplies. So Batista bomb. It's going to be excellent. I think the last one was Powerhouse Neidhart, Hall of Fame Neidhart, sorry. But we don't need to get into that because the last 2 are basically in this category that you would probably use to some effect, which is going to be Hall of Fame Triple H, who has 2 movesets you can use depending on if you have his gear for extra submission gem damage. If you've got them both. So he does have a red submission. I believe he has several submissions. And the other one that you can do is make the pyro gems, the reinforce, into yellow and turn them into green. But this one doesn't do a ton of green damage, so you're probably going to use the other moveset. And last but not least is going to be Zombie Dom, who's going to hit for a bunch. So make sure you get your Zombie Doms out there. Not you. If I were Zombie Dom. So the old-fashioned triple yellow Zombie Dom moveset, that's going to be your bread and butter with the countdowns, with the submission, with the brain blender, and with the new Naomi plate is going to be pretty awesome too. So there you have it. There is and are the top 4 and the bargain bin all in one. Sorry again for the lateness of all this, but life has a way of happening, and how quickly this all came to pass is also the other thing. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you can think of anybody else, put them out there for your fellow faction mates and community to use. And otherwise, thanks for coming to class. Brofessor out.